To Chicago.
Thank you, Chantal.
So tell us a little bit about what it is that you're doing while you're here.
I'm here just letting people know I'm back with new music and letting them know that my first single, Circles, is out on all digital platforms. And we did a video to it. It's on my YouTube channel. This is Nivea. And I'm working on an album as well that's slated to be released 2019 called Mirrors. So yeah, we just want to let people know, honey, it's coming.
Well, speaking on you coming back and making your returnship.
Yes, say that returnship.
Returnship.
I love that. My manager came up with that term and I've been wearing it out. Because it's like, I don't want to say come back. You know, I just took a pause and I'm returning.
And you took that pause because you wanted to be a hands-on, stay-at-home mom.
I had to, I was blessed and to not have to work. Shout out to their daddies. And I was able to choose to stay home and raise my children. So I did that, and I'm still doing that. I said did that. Child, I'm telling you, it ain't over here. What I just did last night. Had to get into some things with the kids, but you know, and it's all a new adjustment. I haven't worked since they were born outside of Navy, and just finding that balance. Mother working again, and they're not used to it. I ain't used to it, but we gonna get in the groove of it because you know I'm walking in my purpose, and I plan to continue to have that, you know, go well and smoothly. But they're encouraging, so.
Now, what made this the right time for you to return?
They understand. It's an adjustment for me, being that I'm so used to and want to be there for those things. But you know, hey, I'm out here doing it for them. So
and it was time. It was
time. And they're at a certain age. They're not in elementary. Well, aside from my youngest. They're at an age where they understand, especially with them understanding with their fathers. It's like now it's mommy's turn too. And yeah, my daughter's 13, my twin boys are 12. So they're in middle school. She's going to high school next year. I thought it was a great time for me to come back now with them being at the age that they're at.
Well, it's interesting that you say you wanted to do music for so long because I know you also have said at one time that when you first started, you didn't want to sing.
I did not. That was a growth thing as well. I started being a singer. I was very, very shy, believe it or not. And, and I was trained or taught how to bring out the entertainer in me. I guess you could say I'm naturally introvert. Now I'm introvert, extrovert. And that was difficult, and I just didn't want to live in poverty or just grow up and be a nurse and just barely make it. So somebody saw something in me and said I could make it. It happened, and that was the reason. Now I'm like, I want to do this because I want to do this. It's in me to do it. I come from a musical family. My kids are musical. It's just always only thing that's my day-to-day. Like we talk about music all day long, we listen to music all day long. And it's just my life and my passion, and I want to do it because I want to do it this time, not because I want to check or somebody else is telling me to do it, you know. And
this is the same industry, though, that pretty much spit you out when you got
Absolutely.
married. And they told you weren't fuckable.
They kicked me to the curb. They was like, what you doing, boo? We can't sell that. And it was more so like, when I say non-fuckable, that term, it was more so from the marketing aspect of how sex sells. So how do we sell back then in 2004? A young black girl who's somewhat sexy, but now you married and you know nobody can think you're attainable. I can holler at her, and so they didn't know how to sell that then. Now you got your baby on your hip, like we married and I'm in my 20s and I'm talking about It's received now, which is being human, which is awesome for me because I'm so me, and to be received now that's okay. It's like, okay, now I can be myself. But then it wasn't. It was about do this, sit like this. You don't you ever say anything like that? And this perception, you know. Yeah. It was about that type of, that's how they sold the product per se then. Now it's sell yourself for real, be you. And which I think is awesome. And I don't like the internet and social media for a lot of different reasons, but it's also why I do, because it's allowed people to connect and see the humanness in each other. Exactly. And not putting you up on this whole you're not a real person, or you don't know what I'm going through, or you're not like me, or I'm not like you. It's showing that we are all the same. We all been through something. We all are human.
Right.
So I'm grateful.
And then just following along those terms about, being in the music industry and when you started, earlier on, you worked since we're in Chicago, you worked with R. Kelly.
Oh yes, Lord, I sure was. That's when last time I was here like that. And that was like 2002. We talking about, ew, God, this sounds so crazy, 16 years ago.
So I have to ask though.
That is shocking.
Because we all, hear stories about Kels.
Oh yeah, we haven't we?
And since you were young at the time, I have to ask.
I know, girl, I wasn't young enough, obviously. No, thank God none of that happened. And what it was, we were label mates, and how Jive Records was at the time, everybody were everybody. Nick Cannon was on my album, that's why he was in the video. Mystical, we was all label mates, so it worked like that.
Okay.
They would, allow the artists to do different features and be a part of each other's projects. But R. Kelly himself heard some of the stuff that I was working on. He liked me as a songwriter and my voice, and he was like, I want to work with her because I like her. She was mine. It's this one song in particular called "The One for Me" that he was intrigued by that I wrote, and he wanted to rap on it. And it was so strange to me. But he specifically wrote Laundromat, created it for me. So I came to Chicago and I recorded it. And I thought it was genius. And despite all the other issues, whatever, you can't take away the man's God-given talent. Like, wow. And it was an honor to, out the gate, have that opportunity and Laundromat is a classic. And that was all R. Kelly.
How would you describe him in the studio?
Real, Your Honor. Like, he's serious about his music. Like, he was like, I literally did nail for nail. Every note was him. I just did it as Nivea. And I just give him so much respect as a creative. Like, none of all that other stuff. Even when that started, that's why he wasn't in the Lingerie video. That stuff had just started. So he had legal stuff he couldn't come. And I didn't know what was going on here. I had just started my career, but yeah, the other stuff we did wasn't me here in Chicago. Like, I did a song called "Touching" for his album. It's real pretty. It's nasty as hell, but it's so pretty because that's his gene. He can make anything a song, and so he wanted me to be a part because he liked my voice, and we would send stuff. A lot of times, artists aren't in the same studio with each other when they collab. Same thing with the Carter 5. Like, me and Wayne, we did a song a year ago. He sent that to me. He said, hey, I'm on the song, whatever. So I wrote that hook, and he was like, I love it. I didn't know until a couple months ago that it was coming out on the Carter 5. Thank you, Lord.
Driving on my own, or at least that's what it feels like. Wanna get better right with yes, way too slow. And I wanna know what it's been like.
I love that song, by the way.
Yeah, so thank you. Don't do gospel. I love it too. So when people was like, I love it, I was like, really? Yeah. And I wrote that. So not just being a singer, as a songwriter too, that's respected by, even though that's the father of my children and a man that I once loved, like, that's still respect. Like, we've done a lot of music together, he and I, as well as my ex-husband Dream, and so it's an honor too because I'm a fan of theirs. So to get that respect, not just because you have to put me on there, right? So I was like, pop my collar, and I very grateful, and I felt honored for that, and I'm so glad that people like it.
So we know you started off with Wayne, and then you got married to The-Dream, and then you reconciled with Wayne.
Yep.
We all know the beginning story of your relationship with Wayne, but how did the second reconciliation come
Oh
about?
my lamb. Well, first of all, any guy or man that I've been in love with and had a relationship with, we were friends. There's a friendship base. So when I went through my breakup with Wayne the first time, Dream and I were starting a friendship. We had just met. He did okay. He wrote okay, and we were just cool. And I was talking to him about actually Wayne the past, how that was going on. And through our friendship, we fell in love. All that happened. And then after that, I'm going through my divorce with Dream. And once we were divorced, I got back. I ain't talked to Wayne in 5 years. We got back in touch, and it's a comfort zone with somebody you trust and you used to love. So it was easier. And I'm a public it's spectacle now. People talk. You know, it was easy to confide in my friend. That's what it was, a reconnection with a friend. Then the love stuff happens in the midst of that. So that's how we got back in touch.
Okay.
It was like, oh, I love you too. But we weren't in love. It just was, I still love you too, you know. And then, you know, I was engaged again and got pregnant. And during the pregnancy, we broke up. I was like, I can't do it. But, you know, I love them for life. And I'm so grateful for everything that we have shared together and our magnificently beautiful children. And yeah, but there's friendships there first. And there's no ex of mine I can't call right now and kick
That's
it
good.
with. Like, cause I'm
That's
a
good.
real, I'm not a fake person. So it's like, you gotta respect genuineness when it's a world full of fallacy. Like everybody, copycat city and wannabes, and people who really aren't in touch with themselves. So when you connect with a real, genuine spirit, you tend to cherish that. And even if you lose touch, you never forget it.
Oh, exactly.
Because it's rare. You probably never see that again. So yeah,
And we know.
I leave a stain, honey.
I want to just talk quickly about a recent event. We all know Kim Porter passed away yesterday, and I know you attended Regine's 16th birthday party, and she was there.
Yes, I'm real close to Regine.
So, were you able to interact with Kim when you?
No. I only met Kim real quick years ago, so I would never claim to act like I know her. I don't know her at all personally. So, but that's very sad.
Yeah.
So young.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that broke my heart yesterday. It's so ironic, though, that that was happening. Somebody was telling me that, and I was dealing with a crisis at home, so I couldn't even really get into my true, awareness of the situation with her. Like, I don't even know what happened. Like, how did she pass?
Well, that's still being investigated.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But people are saying...
I just had a friend text me, and I'm like, what?
People are saying it may have something to do with when she went to Africa not too long ago. She might have contracted something from Africa.
Oh, so, my lamb.
Yeah.
And the baby.
But yes, my heart goes out to them. All of them.
Yes.
So my prayers and condolences.
But my hairstylist who started the whole hair color thing with me from the beginning, my first video, Don't Mess With The Radio, was her hairstylist for years, and they are good friends. But God is God, you know. We can't question things sometimes. We don't know until we're supposed to know. You know?
Exactly.
All you can do is pray and be grateful and ask for recovery and protection and just live your life.
With regard to Wayne and The-Dream, which one of those swept you off your feet?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah, they don't like to hear, but they are very similar. Very. They don't like that, but obviously they should know, honey, that women, they like me to say. Let me stop. No, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I tell people all the time, oh my God, how can they sit with this person? Look at this messy triangle. Child, boom, bam. These are peers. We all work together. We see each other. We're in the same environment. We do the same things. You're gonna come across, we're gonna screw each other. Like, shut the fuck up. You screwing your damn coworker and shit. Like, what you know what I'm saying? If you're a songwriter and I'm a singer or whatever, we might fuck if we in the environment. We trapped in this room together, learning each other, growing, and like, how can you shit on it when we're made a spectacle though? You see it on there, so it's like, damn, she stuck with him, he did that. Yes, we working. Like we're in the same. We don't live we're not around you.
But
like,
it's you as a
so
female.
It's you, and like I'm not
them,
him. Yeah,
but not them as the
you
male.
know how it is.
Exactly. Well, that's a whole
another
nother conversation.
You're gonna get on a woman, and the man can do what he wants, honey. But in general, overall, the way people view celebrities in the industry, and oh my God, now she with it. How they talk about the girls and the guys dealing with each other. We're gonna deal with each other. Like we're working in the same environment. You're gonna meet somebody. You're like, oh, okay, this producer might get with this rapper and this singer. Like it's gonna happen. You're working and you're meeting people and you're living this lifestyle together. You're gonna see, meet somebody that you zing with. It's just now they're gonna put your picture up with that person and it's gonna be like, remember when she was with him? And it's silly, really. It's inhumane, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I mean, I get it, but whatever.
Well, you know what, Nivea? I appreciate your candor.
Thank you,
I
honey.
appreciate you for being real, and I think that's a little bit of
that
ATL, though. I know
it's a little bit of ATL, and it's a little bit of me because I can't go this time around being puppeteered or managed in a way to where you politicking too much. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be extremely outlandish, and I can be, I admit. But I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and I'm giving you me. So take it or leave it. Everything ain't for everybody, but I'm gonna be me.
There you go. Well, let everybody know how they can follow you, where they can follow you.
All my social media is This Is Nivea. My YouTube channel is This Is Nivea. We will be making all announcements via all my social media platforms. So just keep an eye out. I got an EP that's coming before the year is out. Album coming out next year called Mirrors. Circles is out everywhere now. And just keep checking for your girl, honey. She is back. The returnship has commenced. And I can't wait to give y'all new music and see, how you like it and how you relate to it. And I'm just excited to be back. Yeah!
We're excited you're back on the scene.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that was awesome. I love your question.
Thank you.
You did got me running round in circles, running round in circles. Everything you did, everything you said, got me running round in circles, running round in circles. Keep me coming.